I'm Dave Molinsky, and I am a huge fan of Musket Smoke. It's a free-to-play, turn-based strategy game for iOS from Snowpunch. It has received rave reviews from users and critics. We're trying to build on that success for the sequel, Musket Smoke II. Both games are set in the age of pike and shot, over 100 years before the likes of George Washington or Napoleon. This period has only rarely been explored in games. Your cannons blast halfway across the map, and your cavalry charges rip through whole lines of troops. We've made sure that every critical aspect of battle, from locking your foes into a melee, to devastating flank or rear attacks to shatter your foe's morale, are all fun to do. A well-executed turn filled with moves that annihilate the enemy makes you feel really smart. And it's all easy on the eyes, with a unique user interface that looks and feels great, and informative, without sacrificing usability. Each of your units, cavalry, cannons, pikemen, and of course musketeers, moves and attacks completely differently. Using them in the right way to pin your enemy's troops and then turning them to smithereens is the key to victory. In Musket Smoke II, we are adding whole new tactical options, larger armies, new types of cavalry and cannons, and 3 different ways to win. Musket Smoke Classic focused mainly on asynchronous multiplayer, which allowed users to play at their own pace. Donors at the pikeman level or above will have access to Musket Smoke II's multiplayer via test flight. More information below. What we're most proud of in the upcoming sequel is the much-requested single-player campaign. We decided to set it in the English Civil War, a time of passions and patriotism. Lead Oliver Cromwell to gather resources to build a new model army. Fight in 4 types of battles, from scouting missions, to sieges, to skirmishes, to full-on major battles, to ensure Parliament can save Britain from the rule of a dictatorial king. We will be working to ensure the campaign captures this fascinating era, all while maintaining all the fun of Musket Smoke. Plus, donors get exclusive access to the campaign's scenario editor to create maps and missions of their very own. I think Musket Smoke has amazing potential on its own, and even for future growth as a strategy franchise. That's why we need your help to ensure Musket Smoke II is the best game it can be. Here's our designer, Woody Dovich.
Most of us just don't have time for these really interesting board games anymore, and we want just to play alone on our mobile devices or be connected to lots of people for easy instant access. We want really simple, easy to play interfaces. And Musket Smoke and Musket Smoke II both bridge the gap between these types of games. What I'm really trying to avoid is the grind fest. A lot of games, they really focus on the graphics, but they just have no meat behind the actual tactics. Units come together in the center, they cluster, I hit you for 70, you hit me for 30, I go, you go. It's boring. So to solve this problem, I made morale hits and flanking more important than direct damage. What this does is force players to take movement and positioning seriously. The game becomes almost chess-like, only a lot more exciting with more action. Creative smart play is rewarded, and that means every round's going to be different. The battle's going to be exciting and fun. The more you play, the better it gets, right? That's ideal. That's what we all want, and we rarely ever get. So now with Musket Smoke II and the hardcore focus on single player, we're bringing all of this full circle. We got the random scenarios, resource survival, persistent army. Combine that with those tactical fighting and the little puzzles that you can do every day. It's just absolutely ideal. It's the perfect game. Something I know I'd want to back on Kickstarter, and I hope you do too. Thank you.
Oh, Musket Smoke is the name of the game, for Gunsmoke's the mightiest of monsters to tame.